Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Well, hello, Missy. Hi, Donna Sue. Good evening, Jill. Hello, Teresa Cherry. Hi, Therese. Listening on your way home? Did you go visit mom today? Hi, Julie. Hi, Helena. Hi, Sharon. How are you? How are you? Hi, Betty. Again, how are you? Hi, Sue. Hello, Sheila. Hi, Wendy. Hi, Jamie. How is everybody doing today on this lovely Thursday? It was raining like crazy last night. Jack kept having to get up. So he woke me up at 2 o'clock in the morning, woke me up at 4 o'clock in the morning because he needed to go outside, except it was pouring rain. So every time he came inside, I had to like dry him off because he's a big fur ball right now. Hi, Helen. Hi, Margaret. Handmade Haven Studios in the house. Hi, Cindy. Hey, hey, Angel. Do you have carpal tunnel today? Hi, Sandra. I'm doing good, thank you. Oh, yes. So, if you're on my Telegram, you were the first to know. Hey, hey, Trish, how are you? That soft touch varnish is back in stock. So, I sent you the link. So, a la carte, my Shopify collection course. What is that, Sue? What is that link to, Sue? Anyways, hi, Carrie. Hey, Robin, how are you? Hi, Kelly. Nice to see you. So, if you were on my page or you were on my Telegram, like I said, if you are on my Telegram, I always give you info right away. So, Soft Touch is back in stock. Hurry. Hurry, because everybody was waiting for it. So hurry. Sue put the link in for it. If you got to go get it and come back. Hi, Becky. Thank you, Leona. Hi, Beth. So if you got to go get your soft touch, I understand. Hurry up and go get it and then come back because, yes, it's finally here. But because so many people needed it and wanted it, I am worried. Like, did we get enough? Oh, Lord. I just seen my numbers go. Bloop. I guess they went to go get it. That was funny. How are you, Sandy? It won't be for long unless Teresa. Oh, I know, Jill. I know. And then my numbers, I said, go get it, come back. My numbers went bloop. Okay, so y'all, thank you so much for allowing me to bring Monica onto my channel yesterday. If you've seen her post, they sold over 200 pieces of Papa Bling yesterday. So it was totally amazing. I was not the best host because you guys know that I had at the last minute, well, earlier in the day, found out that I was going to have to be driving. So yesterday, like as she was finishing up, or I would say the last like 45 minutes, I was driving Trevor to school. So I literally have my tablet, my phone, the hotspot from one to the other. And I'm like, please, please, please don't cut the live. Please, 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 don't cut the live. Because she's not used to my setup. So she wouldn't know to like just stay, don't go anywhere. All my peeps know, just stay. I'll come back, So I just wanted it to go so well for her. And I mean, you guys showed up, showed out, but yeah, I was literally driving with all the things on. Trevor was holding it one for me, and I had the other. Oh, Lordy B. You got my butterfly. I'm sorry. Hi, Lori. How are you? All right. So today, do you guys remember this piece? I know StreamYard, so I wouldn't have let her leave. Oh, do you, Angel? Oh, well, heck, how come you didn't show her how to see the comments, girl? Well, you know what? Next time I'll put you backstage, Angel. I didn't realize you knew StreamYard. Next time I'll put you backstage so you can see everything. Thank you to all the ladies in this group who supported my Pentart live today. The numbers were more than I have ever had on at one time on a live. I am truly blessed to know you. Oh, Jill, that's awesome, Jill. You know I always watch the replays. Hi, Jackie Bates. Hi, Miss Edie. Hi, Martin. So, if you guys remember, we found this at the Salvation Army. I don't know if you remember, but I actually missed a spot. I didn't have a cart at that place, so it was all in my hand cart, all of that silver and everything else. And it was so super heavy. And then I walked around the corner, and Troy tried to pick up the thing because, you know, that's how Troy is. He's just the bestest ever and wants to always help me. So this went rolling out, and I was like, oh, if we weren't buying it, we are now. So it got chipped right here, but I filled it so you can't even tell, with the exception that I didn't paint the filler. And then it was already chipped somewhere around the edge here, but I fixed that. So, hi Carol, how are you? I completely get we can always watch live time zones and get the yeah. So we are going to do all the things. So if you guys remember yesterday, I talked about I got my Totally Dazzled affiliate yesterday. So and a lot of you have already used it. And if you do use it, make sure that you send me a note, because you guys are going on a special hi, Georgia. How are you? You're going on in a special wheel, and that wheel will have some Totally Dazzled. It's going to have some Would You Been, but it's also going to have some of these castings from the new Prima molds. And so it's going to be a fun goodie bag. So just remember, if you used it, to send me Robin, we need to talk about that. Yes, finally, year and a half later. So if you use it, just drop me a note. Just private message me, say that I used it, and then it's easier for me to then just grab your names, because sometimes by the time I go back to comments, it gets filtered, and then I don't want to miss anybody. Yes, Jill. Okay, I wish I could find silver around here. Southern Goodwill closed last year, and we don't have many through. Really? Yeah, and then sometimes eBay, they're expensive, aren't they? Hi, Dana. Thank you so very much, Dana. I got all of that resolved, and it was amazing. So thank you. Oh, so yesterday, hi Kathy, how are you? So yesterday, Natalie, the owner and founder of Totally Dazzled, emailed me and gave me an affiliate to Totally Dazzled. So in the spirit of all that I had to go through to get that, I said that anybody who had used it, if they use it, they have until February 11th, right? We were going to do the special wheel on February 11th. If anybody used it by February 11th, to drop me a note, and then I would, you guys are going on a special wheel, and it's going to just kind of have a few of my affiliate stuff. So, like, this comes from my Micah daughters, so I'm going to have castings. I'm going to have some Would You Been. I'm going to have some Totally Dazzled. I'll have some Pentart stuff from TH Decor. So, yeah, it's going to be a fun little goodie bag. just made the those molds there. Oh, I know. I can't wait. Thank you so much, Robin. All right. So what I want to do, the reason why I really love this vase, right, was just because it was so plain. It's like a blank canvas. We can do whatever we want, right? So, and then as I was looking, I was like, oh, yes, molds. Yes, please. So, y'all, I'm thinking, look at this gorgeous one. Oh, that's what I was afraid of. I want to find the one that I want to use on here. And that one would be really pretty too. All right, we might have to use this one. And I'm thinking of only doing it on two sides and then doing other two sides different with something else. I'm also thinking of maybe doing some texture or whatnot's on here. I don't know why I put all these rings on. I'm going to have to take them off because I'm working with clay today. Did you get to choose your own Totally Dazzled packet? What does that mean, Rennie? Are you talking to me? I don't know what it means. I did buy some Totally Dazzled under your name. Do you need my address? No, not your address. You just let me know because your name will go on a wheel and then whoever wins, I will need the address then, but yeah, I don't need your address now. Okay, so so I did prime this with bonding primer. Charge it, baby. I did prime this with Rust-Oleum, the black bonding primer, but let's go ahead and put a coat down, especially just because I missed this spot right here. So we're just going to put down a black, and this is just a DecoArt lamp black. I'm wondering, though, we will do this. I'm kind of thinking that I want to stencil on here as well, do some texture. Hi, Duana. How are you? Thank you for joining. All right, so very quickly, we're just going to put the DecoArt lamp black. Again, because this is the porcelain, I did need the bonding primer. The bonding primer has been on for 17 hours. So I tell you guys, your bonding primer needs to be on for at least 12, preferably 24, but I couldn't decide what I was going to do. So, and then I knew I wanted to use the molds and went, well, hello. So if you are new to me, and you're wondering why you don't, maybe I look a little different as far as why is the screen so small, I do stream in landscape. So if you choose to, you can turn your device landscape and then I will fill up your screen. But yeah, if you're wondering why the picture's a little smaller than other creators, that's why. And I can't do it, y'all. I have the ability to go on portrait now in StreamYard, which is what I use. As you guys seen, I put Monica in portrait yesterday. I can't work in that small space. I can't do it. Oh, I knew it was going to hit the camera. Okay. So, again, just really quickly, we just put on. Thank you. Hi, Lynn. Hi, Trina. How is that Holly girl? Purple Sparkle Martin. So, yeah, if any of you did miss the Bling special last night, she did do a recap early this morning. We wore her out, y'all. She did a recap early this morning of anything that was left. But remember, you can always go onto her website. Like if butterflies aren't for you, you can always go onto her website and search. Like she was saying yesterday, she has thousands and thousands of pieces in her store. So, oh, there she is. Hi, my Monica. We were just talking about. Oh, you're still tired. I just said we must have wore you out, Troy. I just said we must have wore you out because you didn't do your recap till the crack of dawn this morning. I will stop watching you if you do portrait. Oh, I can't do it, Sue. I can't. I don't know. Y'all, ever since I've done lives, I've always done lives in landscape. And, I can't work in this little bitty space, to be in portrait. I can't do it. And I know some people don't like landscape, but can't do it. Hi, Gwen. Troy, all our friends are saying hi to you. They can hear you. Hi, Marianne. How are you? Yeah, Monica, I was telling, Angel is in here. She might not be still, but, I didn't realize she knows how to use StreamYard. So next time I'll put her backstage so she can show you how to get the comments and stuff. So Sue just put in the link to Miss Monica's store. So like I said, if butterflies weren't for you, or there's other things that you want to add to your bin from last night, just go on, because again, she has thousands upon thousands upon thousands of pieces, and I'm sure for $5 you will find a piece that is, your style. Good, you feel you can't, because I would not watch. All right, so we've got our base down. Now, I actually remember to bring a towel or something. So I do know that I want to more or less use this mold, but I'm thinking, do we want some texture behind it, or just texture on the two sides that don't have molds? So let's look at what we have for, ooh, you guys know I love that one. So I'm going to pull out some stencils, some of my Decoupage Queen stencils, and see what I think will look good. Now I just twisted my thing. I got a few things for my granddaughters. That is so cool. So Nick's niece, I had gotten her a bunch of, because she does have like bling for the littles. And so when she had showed it at one time, I bought a bunch of earrings and bracelets and stuff for her. Oh, Lordy B. Don't you know she had to put all of them on? She kept having to change them and put all of them on. It was hilarious. All right. I just want to pull out one more. And then I want to take a look at what we're looking at. Okay. So again, these are the Decoupage Queen stencils. So, again, I know I want to use this one on the two sides. So, I'm thinking, so here's that one again. I was also looking at that, but I don't think I want that. What do you guys think? One or two on the opposing sides? Hi, Veronica. Used your link this morning for some new bling. Okay, thank you so much, Teresa Cherry. Veronica, it always makes me so happy when I see you. You guys like this one? It matches the It matches the mold pretty well, doesn't it? Wow, you guys usually don't all agree. You guys see my earrings? They say love. Dos. Dos. Okay, son, you got to come around over here. Wow, you guys don't ever agree. Not like that. You guys usually make me, make me work. All right, so number dos. Number dos. Number two. Of course. It just, that's my way of, checking on you is whenever you pop on and then I can see you, and that makes me happy. And you know that you're always, always, always in my thoughts and prayers. Troy can't get his tablet going, so hold on, y'all, Okay, so let's get some texture paste. Now, I'm not worried about this being black and us putting the structure paste on there. Here's the thing is I'm pretty sure that I'm going to use some metallics on here. So, hold on a minute. Do we do the, whoa, y'all. Do we use the cracking paste or do we use structure paste? So the cracking paste I have in black. I don't know why. I can't find it. There it is. So we can just do the cracking paste. Or we could do structure, or I think I might actually use the fiber paste today. It's kind of the same as the structure. Can we all agree again? I don't know. Let's see. Should we do the cracking paste or just the regular fiber paste, which, So I'm thinking, I know for sure we want it on two sides, but we will decide if we want to do it underneath the molds as well. And I'll look to see what you guys are deciding. Oof. Do y'all feel okay? Do y'all feel okay? Y'all never agree this easily, this fast. Or are you guys just also happy that the soft touch varnish is in that y'all, just made your all's day. Oh my goodness, when I found out yesterday, when I looked yesterday, I shot a message to Nicole, and then I sent out a telegram. I was like, Nicole, it's in! Because she's got a lot of her folks waiting too. So I sent a message to Nicole, and then I sent a telegram. I was like, oh, thank you. I was literally getting messages from at least one person every day for like the last, I don't know how long now, because it's been out. Hi, Lynn Perkins. I am cooking today, so we'll watch on YouTube because I can pull that up on my TV. Oh, you got the soft touch? Maybe you are just dreaming, Terry, and it's not happening. Trees. Okay, so I am just going to use now I will tell you, when you use the cracking paste in either the black or the white, you can see I've already done it with the white. I always put in like the cellophane or something to cover it, because it does tend to dry out. It's a little thicker, so just put a little cling wrap or something over it, just to help that a bit. And then also, as I'm looking down, See, I opened this was a brand new bottle. You guys need to absolutely remember to take this piece out. I just said that this dries out, you know, because it's a thicker paste. If you leave these in there, it pulls the moisture from your product even faster, and that's a no-no. What is the difference in soft touch versus velvet touch? Okay, there is no velvet touch, Dawana. The velvet is velvet powder. So it is like fiber. Let me show you. I'm trying to get out a bigger bottle so you could see. So you would put this over, like we use the decor tacky. So it's like little fibrous velvet goodness, and it gives you that velvet feeling. Soft touch is actually a liquid varnish, and when you put that over a project, it also gives you a soft effect, kind of like a suede, if you will. But that one, you know, is wet. The velvet powder is dry, and you don't seal over velvet powder or anything like that. So, oh, duh, I meant velvet powder. No, that's fine. I knew what you meant. I knew what you meant. Both very awesome products that I love playing with and have used quite a bit. You know, they give both a soft feel to your project, but it's very neat. Although when you first get it, you'll probably take your project around the house and tell your family and friends, touch this, and they'll think that you've lost your mind. All right. Y'all, where's Jill? Don't look at what I just did. I got too excited. Did anybody catch it? Where's Jill? Is Jill rolling over right now, ready to strangle me? Y'all, all of our cracking pastes are 2-step except for the 1-step crackle medium. So you need to put down the universal primer or step 1 of any of the crackles. So step 1 is universal to all of the crackles. So if you have number 1, you know, you have the first step for all the crackles. So you cannot put down your cracking paste until you have first step down. And I'm wondering why nobody yelled at me. Probably because I'm talking up a storm and nobody could get a word in edgewise. All right. So let's try that again. So I'm going to get our cracking paste primer. And hold on, y'all, because now this needs to be... Actually, I'm not going to worry about it. I was going to go wash it off, but it's fine. Losing it, y'all. Losing it. As I looked at it, I was like, that just kind of just went really fast and easy. Anyhow, how's your day going? I'm using the back of my, what you call it, to clean this off. It's actually really sunny here right now compared to how hard it was raining last night. Last night it was raining so hard on the way back from dropping off Trevor that Onyx was trying to squish. Yeah, she was trying to squish her big body on my lap while I was driving. I'm like, yeah, no, I don't think so, ma'am. Let me move all this stuff. I got a bunch of would you bin like products in. That's what's all over my desk. So, all right, let's try that again. I just didn't want any thick paste to go. Where's the numbers at? So, there it is. Okay, so yeah, if you ever are using your cracking paste, you do need step 1. So what I mean by that is if you have step 1 of the classic crackle, step 1 of the random crackle, or the fine line, or the cracking paste primer, that will be that first step is okay, son. That first step is universal to all crackles. Okay. All right, so let's try this again. It won't close, Papas. He wants me to close my drawer. If you're new to me, that's my son, Troy. So, Troy, if there's like a light on in a room or like that open drawer, he's really good about it. He wants it closed. So, when I just got out that velvet powder right now, he wanted to close the drawer, but there's boxes sticking up, so he was getting mad at me. God bless you, son. All right, let's try this again. And these don't, you guys, when we usually do, okay, son, you have to go get it. When we usually do the fine lines and stuff, like step 1 will usually take a while to dry or whatnot. This won't take as long, especially step 2 because it's thicker. It's that paste. So, all right. So now I'm just going to come through. I'm going to pull off the excess. And this is just a silicone brush. You can use your palette knife if you want. Right? I thought it was a single step cracking paste. No, hi Judy Stalker. No, I was just gabbing away and okay, you got to put it over there. I was just gabbing away and didn't pay attention to what I was doing. All right, so we have that one, and then let me wipe off the back of this a little bit. So this is just going to be some texture that, when we get our paints and whatnot on here, it will pick it up, and some of it will show through, which will be really cool. So you guys aren't going to see me do this side. Well, I don't know. Well, no, you can't. Because that side is wet, so I'm just going to, hold on, Pops, get some tape, blue tape, tape it off, and then the same thing. So if you don't want to have the whole impression of the stencil on there, you don't have to do that. I just want texture back there. I can never find the end to this. Hi, Deborah. How are you? No, thanks to you, Terry. I might have to go to Paparazzi Anonymous. Hi, Kathy. How are you? Where did you get? I got it. It's in my Amazon store, Wendy. I have two sizes. There's this one, and then there is like, I think this one is the 1 inch, and then I have a 2 inch as well. It's like a bigger paddle. All right, so again, I'm just going to. So this morning was, a work day, obviously. So I had to take Trevor to work. So on my way home, the opposite side that I had just come down was at a complete stop. So we had just missed it, thankfully, because I'm sure he would have been in an absolute panic if he was late for work. But I didn't see, if it was an accident or what had happened, but goodness gracious, I'm so happy that it wasn't like that on our way, because he would have been a wreck. I told you all he has anxiety. Like, I'm sure that would give anyone anxiety when, you're new to, well, it's his internship and he's new, and then being late. And he always likes to leave super early anyways. So, yeah, I was like, ooh, I'm glad we missed that. Okay, so I am going to put that in there. Hi ho, it's off to Terry's Amazon page I go again. Oh, Helena, thank you so much for the stars. You can't seem to keep warm. Good morning, Jesse. Okay, let me go rinse this really quickly because I don't want that drying. I just need to rinse it off. I don't need to give it a good wash. Sorry, I'm coming. All right. Sorry, guys. That one would be sticky if I left that on there. Again, I don't care so much about the black because I can use my stencil cleaner and that'll come off, but I don't want the sticky on there. It's up and down for sure. What kind of, are you guys having a lot of snow? Okay, and I don't know if you guys know this, but I also use my scrubby soap to clean my stencils. I obviously don't go like hard at it, like back and forth or anything, but you can use your scrubby soap for your stencils as well. Just saying. Hi, Mary Casey. Okay, so let's give these a quick dry. We'll put the stencil right back over it and then do step 2, damp and humid, which will then be the cracking paste. It creeps right into you. See, I told you guys a gajillion times, I can't do cold. So that would hurt. Hurt. I'm going to put this, angle that like that, and then spray this. Our weather is, like I said last night, hi Brenda. Last night it was so super, super rainy and so windy. So windy. And then now today the sun's out. Sun's out. It's beautiful outside, and it's like I probably will need to change my sweater before I go pick up Trevor. All right, so when your step 1 has gone transparent, then you can put on your step 2. It's actually not quiet, Martin. I block out the background noises. So that's why if you guys ever, like, if I screech, like sometimes I do, I know I do, like my voice will get even more higher pitch. It'll sound like I'm going in and out of sound. It's not. It's because I've got it so that it blocks all of that noise. So it is recommended. I always tell you that when you're doing crackle, it's recommended that you let it dry naturally. But of course, when you're on a live, you don't have that luxury. So if you are going to accelerate the drying process with your heat gun, you just need to make sure you keep the heat moving. What's the weather like for you, Jessie? You're in Australia. What's your weather like right now? I just want to dry this a bit, and then we will start working on the molds, and then we'll come back and put on the step 2. Nice and warm. We're getting ready for more rain. Someone wrote on Facebook that today we need a coat and tomorrow we'll need a boat. Oh my goodness. Wasabi Rima. Heat wave in Minnesota. Really? Like a bona fide heat wave? Good Lord. All right. So I will come back to that. I'm just going to let it sit for just a minute because, again, you do want, you want to keep your heat moving. And because it is, the porcelain, it is going to be getting a little warm. So I'm going to take it off for a minute and then come back. So you guys always see me use the white Joby clay, but we also do have the gray. It's just as good. You can, it's the same thing. You can use whichever one. So let's pull out some of the, and then as usual, you know that I also do not use cornstarch in my molds. I always use baby oil. It does not affect your painting or anything else. You're using just a tiny bit of baby oil. If you use too much, it's going to work against you. We're at 52 today. It's crazy next week, 40. It's a good thing the sun is out. You're in Illinois. All right. So again, not very much baby oil at all. And then you're just going to want to make sure that you're getting all over, okay? Especially this has a lot of like little intricate places. So we want to make sure that you're wiggling that brush and getting it all in there, up on even like the sides. Again, just be mindful if you're using baby oil not to use very much. I have never used cornstarch. Well, not never. I don't like using cornstarch. I don't like how it pulls the moisture out of the clay, and clay tends to crack anyway. So I just find that if I'm using cornstarch, it makes it crack a little more than I prefer. Hi, Miss Wanda. Hi, Annette. How are you? Okay, so you don't really need the clay. This was at the top part, and I could see when I had it in there. I didn't close it very well. Oh yeah, see? You got to make sure you close up your package. Put it in, like a Ziploc. All right. Love that mold. Hi Sandra, how are you? Somebody was saying that about, I think it was Miriam, because of, well, this one too, but I think she was really saying it about this one for Mardi Gras, for that one. So I will have castings of each one that I have in that goodie giveaway. I will have each one of these in there. All right. So I'm just going to make a little noodle, and then I'm going to just start pushing. Okay. And I just kind of take it. Now, if you have a real intricate mold and you're finding that whether you're using cornstarch or the baby oil, whichever you prefer, is still not working for you, just pop it in the freezer. You can leave it in the freezer, leave it in there for at least 10 to 15 minutes. But if you were to forget about it and leave it in there like overnight or something, it's not going to do anything to it. It'll be just fine. Thank you, Mary Casey. Is there any way I can get you to make me a couple of those molds? I will let you know how much and let me know. Are you leaving now? Yeah. Okay, come here. They want to say hi. No, come here, come here. No, come here. One of these days it's going to work. Love you. One of these days it's going to work, y'all. You hear me? Oh, no, no, no. Okay. Trish, just message me. Just message me. Okay. I'm actually going to take so I don't know if there's something on my palette knife, but you guys have seen me do this many a times. Something's grabbing my palette knife, and I don't know why. Bye. Love you. Drive safely. He was given the he gives the pups a treat before he leaves. All right. That was weird. Okay. I wonder if my clay was open. and it's affecting. What are you guys barking at like that? There must be a cat out there. Jack is going banana jackeries right now. All right. Let's turn this over and see, because I haven't used this gray for a while. It might have been open and dried out a little bit too much. He's too smart for that trick. I know. Yeah. Well, we're going to have to. Let's switch over. There's a cat out there, and they're going crazy. Let's switch over to the white. I'm thinking that because I've never had problems with Jovi clay. Troy, can you go open the door so Onyx can see that the cat's not in the backyard? Hey, Nicole. Troy, open the door for her so she can see. All right, let's try that again. I'm actually going to grab a different palette knife as well, because I did not like the way that reacted in the. You guys couldn't tell, other than wasn't coming out, but there was something really different about the way the clay was behaving. And I don't want it, I mean, obviously, I want it to be a nice mold when we put it on. So when you work with clay and stuff enough, you'll notice. But I just realized I don't even know why I had it in that bag. I didn't even have it in a Ziploc bag like this. It was just in a plastic bag. So that's a complete no-no. I slapped those filled mold. Yeah, you can always just put them right in the freezer. If you ever have problems with, them being too intricate, just when you're demolding them, just be a little careful because, oh, see, it's so much. Look it. Can you guys tell? Can you see how much? When you're demolding them, they will be a little fragile because they're frozen. So just be careful when you're demolding them. But then they will come back up to room temperature. Oh, yeah. And then you can, they'll be pliable again. Well, lesson learned. Pay attention when you're storing your clay, not to store it like that, because good grief. All right, so I know a lot of people like to kind of push it out. I don't know. I will just kind of slide it with the slide it with the palette knife, and then push down the excess that I need, but it's up to you. However, see, this one wants to demold right now. That's not good. I had a lot of that gray left still, so it's kind of sad, actually. Nicole, did you get to take a nap? Hey, Sheila Teagan, thank you. All right. All right. So there's quite a bit of clay in here now. So I'm just going to kind of push what is left. Now on this one, if you could see, there's a lot of spots that are supposed to be without clay. That's what all of these are. So, especially if you're going to pour resin in here, just be mindful. Otherwise, you're going to have to clean up your resin. See, that whole spot needed to be out of there. Whoops. All right. I think we got it. That was more difficult than it needed to be. All right. So I always turn my molds over and roll. Okay. You're going to see a little bit of that gray in there, but it's all right. We're going to paint it anyways. Can you see that? Yeah, they do. They do. I don't want to scratch it to get it up. So I have a glass mat under here. So next time I'll probably put baby oil on the table as well. But this one is so pretty. I just need to get the bulk of it. There we go. All right. Okay, so my dirty hands and all. Hi, Wayne. How are you? Hi, Mara. Got to get to class. Okay. My dirty hands. But so there's that one. So that one we will put on one side. And then let's do one more. I'm going to put this on my table right here. And then let's do one more. And then we will use heavy body gel to get them on. So again, I'll go in. So, I mean, of course, there was, you know, some stuff we had to deal with, but obviously it came out of the mold really easily once we changed it over to the ivory. I will see if the gray, because it could be just that top half that is too dry, but I'll see if I could save it. If you also have Formflex, you guys know I love Formflex as well. You could put your Formflex in here, and then that just pops in. Happy birthday! Who? Is it Wayne's birthday? You bought the yes, the scale for when you're doing resin. Is that what you're talking about, Brenda? I've never tried Drovey, but you're convincing me to give it a try. No, it's not in my Amazon store. Who asked me that? Deborah. It's in my TH Decor. Can you put in the microwave for 1 minute to soften it? Can I put the clay in the microwave? I don't know. No, I don't think I would try. I don't know. I'd have to have somebody else try that and tell me if it works. Troy, you can't lock them out, Pops. Papas. It's not funny. Can you let her in? Can you let her and Jack in? So, again, Pops, please. There's something else, Troy boy. All right. Also, if you know, you're if you want to be real particular about like how the, you know, the back is, you can, I showed you guys, you could put your finger in water and smooth out the back. And then that also will help move stuff, especially on this one. Like, it's so intricate with having, God bless you, son, you know, having a lot of places where it doesn't need clay and whatnot. So yeah, no, not in the microwave. I was like, yeah, I would need somebody to try that and let me know, but I'm not going to try it. Okay. I'm just going to take a little bit of baby oil on my hands and then just rub it on there, and then let's flip it over. Just because this one is so intricate that all those pieces are sticking, because I'm pushing and rolling at the same time. There we go. And I don't want it to stick again. It's like if I can get the body of it up, I can get the rest of it up. There we go. Okay. Yay! And I'm going to put that one down there. I'm going to wipe off my desk and my hands. And then let's put my little bit of Jovi back in the bag like I'm supposed to. Happy birthday, Wayne! I wouldn't put clay in the microwave, but if you cast with some paper clays, they... Yeah, I'm good, y'all. I have worked with clay enough that if I can save it, I will save it. If not, no big deal. No big deal. I was just making the comment that it's a shame because that's not the product that was like that. That was just me not putting it in the bag. So it wasn't that, you know, the gray is not as good as the white. It was because I didn't put it in a properly sealed bag. Okay, so let's take this back over here. So now this is almost all the way dry. I'm just going to hit it in these couple of spots. Oh, that's a good idea, Wendy. That's a great idea. To roll it out and stamp into it. That's a great idea. I can't tell which side. They're about the same. I don't know. They both look about the same. Okay. So let me see which way is which. If you guys don't know what I'm looking for on these, well, on our Decoupage Queen stencils, it has the name and the number of the stencil. Just so you can know which side is right side up, and you know, if you're ever wondering. All right, hold on, y'all. So we're just gonna put this stencil back. I'm thinking it's pretty dry. Let me get another parchment paper and I'll put it on the parchment. There's a couple of spaces that could, you know, but it's not gonna, it's crackling, for goodness sake. It's not like we're gonna ruin it. All right. So I'm just gonna put it back right where it was. And not to get my big old head in the screen, sorry. So that's straight. And then, all right. So that's where we need to be. Now we're going to get our cracking paste primer where we started at the beginning and got a little too excited. You notice I say we. I'm blaming you all too. Hi, Gail. How are you? Okay. So now we're going to grab the cracking paste. So this is essentially what your step 2 would be. So, you know, if you're used to using fine line, your step 1 was the universal primer or any step 1s. And then this would be what step 2 would be. So this is the actual cracking paste primer. And then this one comes in black and white. And because the step 1 is so shiny, I was able to see right where the stencil needed to be. You guys, we've done this particular use stencils with crackle, usually with the transparent crackle where we've dyed it whatever color we wanted. All right, so now I'm just going to go in and kind of get the excess off. Again, this one's a little bit thicker, so if you do have the stencil cleaner, though, y'all, I will tell you, it's a miracle. It will clean stencils that have had gunk on it for ever and ever. Okay? So that is our step 2. I'm just coming through and getting the excess. All right? Hi, Tina. How are you? Okay. So again, you guys can't see this side, but just the same thing. Actually, I'm going to turn it this way so I could see the light. Okay. There we go. Okay. That one's actually going to stay because I can feel it. Now I'm just going to tip back a little bit so you guys can see what I'm doing. And then we'll put it on its side. We'll attach the molds and then have to let that dry. And then when we come back tomorrow, we can paint and do all of the embellishing, which is always the fun part. You gotta bring it to me. I can help you. You trying to take it out of the case? I can help you. That's what I'm here for. All right. Don't get frustrated, Papa. Just bring it to Mom. I'll help you. Okay. The excess off, and then I'll pull that off. Good to go. What? Bring it here. All right. Thank you. Okay, so now I am going to lay it on its side, but I do want this out of here because I'm going to use that to spray. So this is what I'm talking about if you guys have the stencil spray. So it's this stencil cleaner. So I'm actually just going to spray a little bit on there right now. So that way I can take it to the sink and it won't be all... There's a dog on the commercial. All right, let's get this and get the excess off of here. Okay, so now let's come over here and get one of our... Okay, so like I said, I am going to use heavy body gel. That's pretty much what I use to put on all my molds, whether it's with resin, clay, or what have you. I always use heavy body gel in glossy. The glossy dries clear, the matte doesn't. So, Drewsy! I use to put my... What? Hold on. I have a crazy question. I use a tray of water to put my chalk couture transfers in to keep them from drying while I keep working and they stay good. Could you do that with these? Yeah, absolutely. If you have, you just don't want them to dry out. So if you have like a big, Tupperware water that you can stick them in or whatever, you just don't want it to dry out because it's just harder to clean. I mean, you can clean it, but yeah, I have so much around me right now and plugs and everything else. And Onyx comes running underneath my desk to get away from Troy. I could just see it. There goes the water, splashing all over me, all over whatever I'm creating. Sue snorting because she's cracking up laughing. Oh, yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm. Okay. Is this the vase you got? Yes, it is, Brenda. I use Dawn and never have a problem. Is Mickey in here? I didn't even see Mickey come in. I'm sorry. Hi, Mickey. All right, so this piece and this piece broke, but I'm not worried about it because I will put it where it belongs with my little... All right, so I need to look... We'll put it like this, because if it's at least straight that way. There we go. Okay. So, again, what I was starting to say, the glossy gel is what dries clear. So, even though all of this will dry clear, we always say, talk about it and laugh, but you do want to get it up because it will look very weird to have a glop of clear glue there. In my opinion, it will anyways. So I use a silicone brush. You can get in there with a like a small paintbrush if you want. But one thing I do want to tell you guys is once we get all of this cleaned up, something that I do, and I kind of do it just out of habit, but you want to go around to your edges, and I'll show you, and marry it to your surface. So what I mean by that is right now, the way the mold is on here, as beautiful as it is, if you've ever looked at the side of a mold, you will see that it's just kind of just sitting on the surface, okay? If you go around the edges, and you could do it with like a silicone brush. You guys have bought some of the clay tools, that little wooden tool, my favorite tool. That is also good. But you want to marry it to your surface, so that way it doesn't look like there's just a mold sitting there. And you will be able to tell the difference the first time that you do it. Okay? So let's get all of this off first, and then I'll talk to you through that and tell you what I'm talking about. Right. And I will put the other side on when I sign off, because now 3 sides are wet and it's going to not be fun to hold it up in the air. All right. So what I'm talking about is, let me see if I can find my favorite tool. Otherwise, I'm going to have to use my silicone. All right. I'm not going to fuss with trying to find it right now. Okay, so usually what I will do is, hi, Carol. Usually what I will do is use, it's like a wooden carved tool. You guys have seen me use it often. And what you do is you just dip it in water. And I know that this one's intricate and probably a pain, but if you go through and just on the edges, right, and you just follow it, let's make sure it's all pushed down. You just follow the edges. Make sure you dip in water. Do not do this dry. And you're almost going through, and you're just making the mold and your surface one, if that makes any sense. So by you going and coming around and actually almost flattening, that's not a good word. Help me. For those of you who know what I'm doing. You're just keeping it so that it doesn't look like you've just literally just sat, a mold on top of your surface. But it's so important that you don't do this dry. So I'm just going to keep coming around to the edges. And of course, these are really ornate out here. But I'm still going to come around with some water. And you will also notice that by doing this little step, you know how sometimes you get that little excess clay that has maybe the clay that's kind of hung up around the sides, and then you've got this little bitty, like right here, like a little bitty border almost. When you go through and you're marrying it like that, you get rid of it. So it just looks, and it gives it just that, again, that little bit of elevation, that little bit of something, something. I do it here and there, but never for whatever reason thought to do it at all to all molds. Yes. Hi, Cherokee. To meet your service. Yes, that is what I do. Also making sure the mold piece is one. Exactly. You're blending it to the surface like in ceramic. Exactly. So if anybody's ever done ceramics, hi Samantha, if you've ever done ceramics in school, it's exactly like that. You're blending it to your surface to make it one with your surface because, you know, it's jagged, even though when you're taking it out, you might not think so, but it is jaggedy. And just by coming around and doing this, you just elevated it that much more. So we're looking right in here, and we're going to address that crack too in just a second. So can you guys see right here? That's not how it's supposed to look, right? So I'm going to dip in water. I wish I had my tool, and I'm going to come in here and I'm just going to marry that to that surface, and I'm going to smooth out that excess that was up there. And I'm telling you, if you had the little wooden tool that I always use, it would be so much better. I'm going to try to get... So now, do you see how that now it comes together a lot smoother? So now we have this little crack here, and all clay cracks, right? But as it's cracking right now, I'm just going to dip my finger in water and usually my wood tool, wet it. Don't do this dry either. And I'm going to come in here and I'm just going to make that go away. All right. So that's what I'm talking about when I'm telling you, like, just go in and you want to really get it down to your surface and just take that little bit of extra time to, see, because we have it here too. You can see it a little bit. I can see it a lot. But I'm just going to come right in here. Again, very wet, right? And I'm just going to make sure it's married in there, and then I'm going to smooth that out. And again, it does a little something, something. You just elevate it that much more, all right? So now I'm going to come in, because you guys can see all of this. Yes, it's going to dry clear, but no, I don't want it in there. Call it picky, call it OCD, I don't know. But I don't want that in there. So again, your key to this, right, is you do not want ever to have a dry whatever you're using, okay? A dry brush, a dry wooden, the clay tools are the best. But again, if you guys remember, this piece here was broken, right? And I said I'm not worried about it. Again, I'm going to come in, I'm going to go really wet, and I'm just going to now marry that together. And because it is a place that I am marrying together, it may still crack tomorrow, which is fine. You guys know I'll go in with my Ranger paste and then get that right up. So, and as I always say, I'm forever learning. Great tip. Aw, yay. What can you do if you notice when dried? This has happened to me. What do you mean? What can I do if notice when dried? Notice what? That it hasn't married together, that it has cracked. Just what exactly are you, what has happened, Samantha, so I can help you? So again, yeah, it might be, this little piece, again, like, see, this is going to drive me nuts. See all in here, how it's all jagged? I don't like that. And so I'm just going to come in, and that's just, sometimes you'll catch it when you're demolding it to clean that, those edges off. And sometimes you won't. but you know, it'll always be there unless you clean it up. A crack once dried. Oh, so what I love to do, and I've showed this many times, and if you come back tomorrow, I will show you this, because I'm going to guarantee you that there's going to be some cracks. There's always a crack when you're doing, does this piece go to that? Oh, they're not symmetrical. There's always a crack, okay? So what I like to use is the Texture Paste Matte. It's the Opaque Matte by Ranger. It's got an awesome fluffy texture, and you can literally, kind of like when you're, you know, filling holes in your wall, you can fill the holes or the gaps in your clay. And like I said, there might be one here, but if you come back tomorrow, I will definitely show you how to do that, because typically clay cracks, and you know, see, like right now, as it's still wet and as it's cracking, I can go in with my silicone tool and fix it, right? So anyhow, I guess I'll get off of my soapbox, but you know, I like my soapboxes sometimes. The glue might dry clear, but it still looks gunky. It does. And somebody said one day what it looked like, and I was like, yeah, that's it, but I just didn't want to say it. I was like, yep, that's it. But again, y'all, always use a you know, a wet, whatever it is, wet brush, whatever. Don't ever do it with a dry tool, okay? So because this piece is real ornate, you know, you can sit here for a while messing with it. But most important thing I can tell you guys is that it does really make a difference if you marry that piece together, and you just kind of curve out and smooth out those rough edges. The rough edges, again, aren't caused by you. It's just from when you demolded. So now this one that's on that we did earlier, I don't know if I can show you while it's in my hand, but it's got a lot of, you know, excess right here that I probably could have caught, you know, when I was demolding it, but it's not that big of a deal because we can fix it when we're doing it, you know, on the project. So it just elevates your project that much more. If you're selling it in an auction or selling it in, you know, a craft fair, I just think, you know, when you pay attention to those little details like that, that people notice that and they're like, oh yeah, okay, you know what I mean? And then, you know, they like your work, they keep coming back, right? So anyways, I am going to do the other side. I'll put the other piece on the other side right now. And then tomorrow when we come back, we'll get this painted and then we'll start embellishing and doing all that good stuff. So molding small clay roses as I watch how great are the tips right now. Oh, that's awesome. What if you forget to marry the clay to the surface and it's dry? Sometimes if you take a wet clay tool, so I wish I knew, you know what it is? I have hundreds of brushes right here and it's stuck down in the brushes. But sometimes if you take a tool, that wooden tool that I like to use, sometimes if you put it in water and you go along that side, Cindy, sometimes you can work it and you can get it to marry. Because sometimes when you re-wet the clay, it will reactivate a little bit. Now, is it going to come back to, you know, being moldable and pliable and all that good stuff? No, but it will come back enough for you to go along the edges. So, you know, I would try it. I would definitely try it. But if you've forgotten, I mean, hey, you just remember the next time, right? So, a crack once dried. Okay, I don't think like I would do it where I don't think I missed anything. Is that it? All right. So tomorrow we will be back here, same time, same place. Guys, can you believe tomorrow I don't have to drive? So apparently, the teacher on Friday said that school is always going to be online on Friday, so I don't have to drive anywhere. Hallelujah. So we'll be back tomorrow, same time, same place. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Always thinking about you guys. I'm always praying for you. No matter, if you need it for anything health wise or what have you. God knows what you need. So I just tell him, I give it to him and let him spread his blessings upon you all. I love you guys. I will see you tomorrow, same time, same place. Talk to you later. Bye.